Okay, now let's talk about widgets. Let's fix this sidebar so it looks like what we want it to look like. Okay, so in our widgets we have sidebar 1, sidebar 2. And we can change any of these we want. So if we want to, let's take this meta out of here first of all. And we have custom meta that we installed a while back. We can grab this custom meta and pull it into here. So now we can show register an admin and log in and log out. We don't have to show the default one, which had the show RSS and comments and WordPress.org, which the default one had there. So let's save that and close. Now we can drag these around if we want. So we can move the comments down. We can move the categories up, and it will take that form in sidebar 1. Sidebar 2, we have different widget areas here. We have the footer widget, we have the second footer widget, the third footer widget, and we have the fourth footer widget. Now, if you want them to be blank, for instance, well, let's go look here for a second. If you want any of the widgets to be blank and there's something already in them, doesn't look like there is, you can just put an empty text widget in them. Okay, so let's drag in to the sidebar 2 just a blank text widget. Okay, and then let's close. Now, if we go back and look here, you'll see that on the right side, the links have disappeared. Okay, so now we can decide what we want to go in there. So if we want to put links in, we can put links in, and we can drag other stuff in there. But by default, it's putting those in. So to get rid of them, we need to put a blank text widget in there. Okay, so if once you're happy with what you've done, you can leave it like that. Now we could also take all of these out of the left side and put them on the right side, which to me makes more sense. Let's go back to widgets. So we could now take the search, recent post, categories, just drag them over to the left, archives, and recent comments out of there, and then we could put them in sidebar 2. So we could actually take this out because we're going to put other widgets in here now. So we will put recent posts, into sidebar 2. Now you can put the title here you want. Or it'll default to the recent post titles. And how many you want to show. Okay, let's save that and close. Okay, and then we want recent comments. So you can lay this out the way you want. You just drag these over here. Okay, let's save that and close. Now let's go have a look. And there you go. So now our recent entries and recent comments are on the right, and our sign-in information is on the left. Okay, so that's how you can move things around and change the look of your site using widgets. Okay, now remember we created a contact form. Let's go to the dashboard. Let's add a new page. And we'll call it Contact Us. And then we'll go to our notepad here. And we'll put this shortcode in that we saved. We'll paste this in here. Now, you can preview it before you do anything. Just make sure it looks the way you want. And here's our Contact Us page. This is the default format. Okay, so that's fine. We can just publish this now. And we have a Contact Us page. Okay, now when we go back to the home page, you'll see that Contact Us has been added to navigation. So when we click on that, we get the Contact Us page here. Now another thing of note, let's go to Site Admin here. And let's go to Widgets again. If your theme you're using doesn't have top navigation, then that's not going to show there. So what you would need to do is put it in one of the widget areas. Okay, so let's say we want to put our pages in here. What we could do is go find pages, and let's say we're going to put it above this other stuff here. Drag it up there. And if you click on the little arrow here, it knocks it down. And then we'll just call this navigation. And then you can sort it by the title, by the page order, or by the page ID. Page ID is the page number. Page order is an order that you can set, and I'll show you that in a minute. And page title, of course, is just what it sounds like. Let's go by page ID for a minute, because we put them we put the home page first and the contact page second, so that's how it's going to show up now in navigation. However, what we can do, and what I mean by page order, if we go here and we go to edit the page, if you look down here, you see something called order. Now, the lower the number, the higher the priority. So if we were to now set this to 1, then this one will appear after the contact if we sort by page order, and if they've actually turned it on in the theme. Now, sometimes they aren't turned on, but usually they are. So let's set this to 1, and let's go back to widgets. And then let's go to sidebar 2 and pages navigation. Now let's sort by page order. And if this theme has been correctly coded, then we're going to have the contact form first. Okay, it is working down here as it should, but up here they're not doing that. Okay, but it is working here. Okay, so that's how you can change the order of things. Okay, there's our recent entries and our recent comments. Now, another thing you should really put on here, let's go back to Site Admin and widgets. Remember I intimated earlier about tags and categories. You're probably going to want to have navigation by category. So when you have a blog with many categories, you're going to want people to be able to find what they want easily. So let's put categories in here. Okay, this is how you can display as a drop down. Show post counts or show hierarchy. You can turn on any of those. I'm just going to leave that as it is. Save. And then you can use something called a tag cloud. Remember I said tag cloud earlier? If we put this, actually let's close this. If we were to take the tag cloud and put it at the bottom here and save. Okay, so you can do it by tags or categories here. We're going to use tags. Now, let's go look at our site. And here are our tags. So the more tags we put in here, the bigger this tag cloud will get. And then, of course, we have our categories here. We also might want to change the name of this meta over here. What I usually do is change it to welcome, because meta doesn't really mean anything to most people. So if we go in here, let's just put welcome. And back to the page here. Okay, now we have something that makes a little more sense here, and we have a better navigation of our site going on all around. Okay, so that's how you can use widgets to navigate, to set the way you want people to navigate around your site. Now, to wrap things up in the next video, I'm just going to go over monetizing with AdSense and adding links to your site to point to affiliate products or other sites.